Hi, I'm Elana Dykewomon, and I'm going to read 3 poems from my most recent book of poetry, What Can I Ask? There it is, right there, and one unpublished one. The first one is called Now About Old Women, and it's about being old and also about genetic memory. There's a theory now that trauma is passed on by mothers to their infants in the womb, and maybe their blessings. But what can't be passed on is the memory of what happens after a woman is done with childbirth. So this is a poem about that. Now about old women. If genetic memory exists and our mother's blood stamps us with specific fear of strangers, of eclipse, pogroms, or maps survival, knowing how to swim upstream and when, consider this. Motherhood stops at 30, 40 tops. We don't get a code for being old. We have to make it up. No pattern for age shies in a recessive gene. The old can't be recognized, so it's just shut us up or out. But hey and hi diddly, we drink martinis, speak in tongues, profanities, plot more than gardens. Old women tell the truth. Beyond allegiance to DNA or manipulation by TV conspiracies, no one is born knowing the taste of old knowledge, but it's dangerous, delicious. Invite us in. The second poem I want to read is the unpublished one. My partner Susan died of Lewy body dementia about 3.5 years ago, and it's the hidden platform on which this poem was written. It's called 7 Stories. 1. My mother had an uncle who for a time was Sinatra's agent, so she should know. She said, when Frank divorced Ava, well, we all knew why. This was her way of signaling, yes, you exist. I have known others before you, though we didn't talk about it then. Not exactly, not the way you do now. 2. My mother said I ought to charge you for putting me in your stories. And it's never right. You're close, but not exactly right. 3. Even when I write about myself, Mom, it's a loose translation. Why do you think Picasso started fracturing faces? We are long past Rembrandt. All the accents fall in the wrong places, even if we get the words correct. 4. Evie, whom we met in the steam room of the old JCC, gone for 30 years, said, grief is a book. You think you're on page 357 and suddenly back to page 2. When I tell this story, I add a wind. A wind that comes up, blows the pages back. It's my embellishment. 5. My embellishment, page 2. Everyone I tell this to likes it, and I realize telling it to writers, someone will put it in her story. So I might as well claim Evie. Claim the wind I added. Claim Ava Gardner. Claim this profound silence that you have left. Parted sound as if it were visible, shimmering silver. Walked right through. 6. No. They carried you away on a stretcher, crumpled up, cricket stiff, put you in a black hearse. And I let them. I let them. 7. The world has no patience for stories anymore, and I have no urge to write them. And the last poem I'm going to read is a very old poem from Love Gone By. If you were my home, I would be your garden. If I was your garden, I would want you to cultivate me, to plant, water, weed, harvest, and like I promised, I would feed you. You can always eat what straggles up or what's gone to seed, but nothing will be as sweet as the taste of the woman you tended purposefully. Thank you. Stay safe. Wash your hands.